Okay, let's dive in. We're talking about something pretty wild today. Basically, the ultimate medical fantasy, right? Reversing aging, maybe fixing a heart that's been damaged since childhood.
Yeah.
Almost like achieving immortality.
It sounds like science fiction, but yeah. The flip side, though.
Yeah.
What happens when this miracle cure is, tangled up with a desperate millionaire, brilliant scientist who's got secrets, and getting there means, well, sacrificing one person's future?
That's exactly it. That's the world we're unpacking from these sources today. It's this intense medical thriller, really, packed with corporate secrets, amazing science, but also some serious family betrayal.
Mm-hmm. So our mission here is to really break it all down for you. We'll look at the key players, follow the money, understand the science, which is both revolutionary and incredibly dangerous. And it all centers on this place, the Dorian Institute in New Jersey. Very secretive.
Right. Sounds ominous already.
Yeah.
And this story, it seems rooted in desperation. So where do we start? The protagonist.
Yeah, let's start with Alexa Hampton. Allie, everyone calls her. She's an architect in New York, but her life is kind of overshadowed by this ticking clock in her chest.
Okay, what's the clock?
It's a heart condition. Rheumatoid aortic stenosis. Got it from rheumatic fever way back when she was 5. It scarred her aortic valve.
Oh, wow. Since she was 5.
Yeah. And her cardiologist, this Dr. Eckelman, he's telling her it's getting worse, fast. She's on a drug, ranolazine, but that's like the last stop before major open heart surgery. A prosthetic valve.
She doesn't want that.
Hates the idea. She calls it living half a life. Understandable, really.
And there's more going on with her, too, emotionally. Something about her father.
Right. There's this heavy trauma linked to the anniversary, April 5th. It's 5 years since her dad, Arthur Hampton, died. He was officially ruled an accident or maybe suicide while cleaning a shotgun. Very messy.
That sounds rough and connected to family trouble.
Deeply connected. You see, her father's death seems tied to financial ruin, basically caused by Allie's younger brother, Grant Hampton.
The brother. Let me guess. He's trouble.
Oh, yeah. The sources call him the unremitting hustler. He got into some disastrous futures trading thing, completely wrecked the family finances. Their dad had to mortgage the family firm, Citaspace, just to bail Grant out.
Oh, man. So the implication is?
The implication is pretty strong that Arthur's death, accident, or suicide was linked to that financial mess. Maybe even so the family could collect on a big insurance policy, $3 million.
Wow. Okay. So Allie and Grant, not close.
Not at all. Allie completely cut him off after that. For 4.5 years, nothing.
Until
Till he suddenly pops back up. And somehow this hustler has landed on his feet. He's now the CFO of a company called Bartlett Medical Devices, BMD.
CFO. Okay. And why is he back?
One reason. He's pushing Allie, really hard to join a stem cell clinical trial at the Dorian Institute.
The same secretive place. This is something like a setup.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Huge red flag. And to figure out why Grant is doing this, we need to look at the people running the show at Dorian. The powerful and maybe desperate figures behind it all.
Okay, let's do that. Segment 2. The Institute. The money. The genius. Who's the big boss?
That would be Winston Bartlett. WB, they call him. Eccentric millionaire type. 67, but looks way younger. Trim, athletic. Plays handball, flies his own helicopter.
Okay, so he's got money and energy. What else?
He's also got this intense hobby collecting museum-quality Japanese samurai swords. But behind that image of control, he's actually in serious financial trouble.
Really? How?
He bet big, really big, pouring millions into a company he acquired, Jerix Corporation, racked up something like $85 million in short-term debt. So for him, this isn't just about science, it's about saving his entire empire.
But the gamble might pay off.
It looks like it. Jerix finishing up phase 3 NIH trials for a genuinely revolutionary stem cell procedure, and they're right in the middle of negotiating a massive deal.
So massive.
Selling a 49% stake to a huge British biotech firm, Cambridge Pharmaceuticals. The price tag, over $650 million.
The $650 million. Okay, I see the desperation now. He needs this deal.
Needs it badly. And the key to that $650 million valuation, the scientific engine, is Dr. Carl van de Vliet.
The genius.
The genius. Dutch MD, PhD, head researcher at Jerix. Brilliant guy, but apparently his work got shut down at Stanford before. Some kind of political flap by right-wingers, the sources say. So maybe a bit controversial.
Okay, and what's his breakthrough? What's the science?
It's pretty mind-blowing. He's developed a stem cell procedure that basically tricks organs into regenerating themselves. He called it the unified field theory of medicine.
Wow. So like repairing hearts, other organs?
Yeah. Initially, they were aiming at heart ventricles, pancreatic islets, think diabetes, and even tackling things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The scope is huge.
How does it even work? What's the mechanism?
It all comes down to something called the telomerase enzyme.
Telomerase. Okay, refresh my memory. That's related to aging, right?
Exactly. Think of chromosomes like shoelaces with little protective caps on the ends. Those are telomeres. Every time a cell divides, the telomeres get shorter. Eventually, they get too short. The cell stops dividing, gets old, dies. That's aging in a nutshell.
So Van de Vliet found a way around that.
He figured out how to stick an active copy of the telomerase enzyme into adult stem cells. It basically tells the cells, ignore the limits, keep dividing. They become effectively immortal, like cancer cells.
Whoa, like cancer cells. Isn't that bad?
That's the crucial difference. His process makes them generate healthy, functional, regenerative tissue, not tumors. It's controlled immortality for the cells, used for healing.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Slightly terrifying. And Van de Vliet himself. There's something odd there, too.
There is. He actually admitted to Grant Hampton that he did an unconventional experiment on himself with the telomerase enzyme and accidentally stopped his own skin from aging. He looks much younger than he is.
He experimented on himself.
Seems like it. And that specific anti-aging application, the cosmetic side, they call the beta procedure, it's highly experimental.
Okay, so we have this miracle cure, this beta procedure for anti-aging.
Mm.
But you mentioned a dark purpose earlier. There has to be a catch.
There always is, isn't there? And it's a big one. The beta procedure had a first test subject, and it went badly wrong.
Who was it?
It was Bartlett's lover, a cable TV personality named Kristen Starr. She wanted the cosmetic youth thing, but the sources say it went horribly awry.
Oh, awry. What happened?
It caused severe memory problems, regression. They call it the syndrome. She starts losing track of time, thinking she's in different years, different places, mentally going backwards through her life.
Oh my God, that's horrifying.
It is. And Bartlett, he's desperate to keep it secret, obviously. That $650 million deal is on the line, so he's got Kristen stashed away somewhere. Total lockdown, ironclad NDAs, heavy security.
But wait, if Kristen has the syndrome?
Here's the twist. Winston Bartlett himself is starting to show symptoms. The same kind of memory loss, health declining. The syndrome seems to be affecting him too.
Okay, now I get the urgency. He's not just trying to save his company, he's trying to save himself and Allie. How does she fit into saving him?
It comes down to something incredibly specific and rare. Their blood type.
Blood type.
Both Winston Bartlett and Allie Hampton have the same very rare blood type, AB positive.
AB positive, and that's the key.
That is the absolute key. Van de Vliet's last-ditch idea, his only hope to save Bartlett and maybe stabilize Kristen too, hinges on Allie's blood type. He needs to use her.
Use her how? She thinks she's getting her heart fixed.
She does, and that part is real.
Yeah.
But the secret plan, the primary reason they need her, is to turn her into a human incubator.
An incubator.
For what? To create antibodies. The plan is to inject Allie with a tiny, carefully calculated dose, a Goldilocks dosage they call it, of the beta telomerase enzyme.
The same stuff that caused the syndrome.
Exactly. Because she's AB positive, they hope her immune system will react in a specific way and produce unique, compatible antibodies that can neutralize the enzyme.
And then they harvest those antibodies from her.
And give them to Bartlett, hoping it stops his syndrome. Ally is basically a manufacturing plant for his cure without her knowledge or consent.
That is profoundly unethical. Exploitation doesn't even cover it. And the brother, Grant, he's in on this.
Fully complicit. He's the one who has to get her there willingly. And he uses their mother, Nina, as leverage.
How?
Their mother has early onset Alzheimer's. Grant plays on Allie's hope that maybe, just maybe, Van de Vliet's wider research into regeneration could help Nina. It's pure emotional manipulation.
So he dangles hope for their mom to lure Allie into this experiment.
And it gets worse. Grant uses his power as CFO at BMD to completely bypass normal procedures. He arranges for Allie's private medical records, EKGs, history, everything to be hacked and sent directly to Van de Vliet.
So Van de Vliet has all her data before she even agrees to anything.
Exactly. Her privacy is gone before she even walks in the door.
This is just layer upon layer of conspiracy. But there's another angle, right? A reporter.
Yeah, there is. Stone Ames, he's a medical reporter, and he's trying to write the definitive book on stem cell tech, specifically focusing on the Gerex trials.
Why this book?
He needs it financially. He's behind on child support for his daughter, Amy, out in California. Plus, he's already suspicious. He's hitting a wall of secrecy around the Dorian Institute, calling it military-like.
Okay, a reporter digging into a secret operation. Standard thriller stuff, but
That there's a huge personal connection. Prepare yourself for this one. Winston Bartlett, the millionaire owner, he's Stone Ames' unacknowledged father.
what? Bartlett is his father.
Yeah, massive twist. Stone knows it, and he confronts Bartlett, maybe hoping for an edge or maybe just closure.
How does Bartlett react?
Cold as ice. Tries to bribe Stone first, then threatens him. Basically tells him to drop the story or he'll end up as roadkill. Fatherly love, right?
Unbelievable. So what happens to Stone?
The retaliation is swift. Bartlett uses his influence, and Stone gets fired from his newspaper, The Sentinel.
Of course. But that probably just makes him more determined.
You bet. Getting fired just fuels his investigation. He uses some high-level access codes, calls them scrambled eggs, that he got from an NIH contact, and he confirms the trial status, and crucially, he finds out Allie and her mother are going into the Dorian Institute.
Okay, so the pieces are moving. Allie goes to the clinic.
Right. Thinking it's for her heart. And while she's there, maybe during what seems like a routine blood test, they initiate the real plan. They inject her with that tiny dose of the beta enzyme, step 1 of the incubation.
But does the heart procedure work?
Here's the miracle mixed in with the horror.
Yes.
Yes, Van de Vliet's technology is genuinely brilliant. The procedure is a complete success. It reverses her aortic stenosis. Her lifelong heart condition is cured, just like that.
Wow, so she's finally free from living half a life.
In that sense, yes. But then the nightmare really starts. Her heart is fixed, but they don't let her leave.
They keep her there, forcibly.
Yes. To continue the antibody harvesting for Bartlett, and that tiny dose of the beta enzyme, it starts doing things to her, unintended things.
Like the syndrome.
She starts having these really bizarre, intense dreams, feeling time speeding up, feeling her cells changing. She realizes something fundamental has shifted inside her because of that injection.
This is heading toward the confrontation, isn't it?
Absolutely. Bartlett and his head of security, this guy Kenji Noda, who's also his sword curator and a former Japanese military pilot.
Okay, quite the resume.
Right. They decide Allie knows too much, or maybe the enzyme is making her unstable, whatever the reason. They conclude she's a threat to the secret and the deal. She has to be silenced. Permanently.
They try to kill her.
They do. But this is where everything changes. The beta enzyme hasn't just given her weird dreams, it's transformed her.
Oh.
She suddenly displays impossible strength. The sources describe her ripping open a sealed airlock door, something no normal person could do. She fights back, dislocates Noda's shoulder.
Oh, super strength.
Apparently. And then comes the ultimate proof. During the final fight, she gets injured. Badly. Stabbed, even shot. And the wounds heal. Almost instantly. The knife, slash, the gunshot wound, gone. Rapid regenerative healing. The beta procedure didn't just give her the potential for the syndrome, it gave her some kind of accelerated regeneration.
So she's immortal. Regenerative.
It seems like it. The very thing they were trying to control, the side effect they feared, has manifested in her in this incredibly powerful way. It's the ultimate unexpected outcome. She survived because of the very thing they used against her.
Okay, let's just pause and take stock here. We've got this incredible regenerative medicine. It actually cured Allie's lifelong heart condition. That's amazing.
Simply a miracle cure on one level.
But it's completely wrapped up in coercion, kidnapping, illegal human experimentation, attempted murder. And it causes this terrifying syndrome. And now Allie has these powers.
Exactly. She's cured, but fundamentally changed, possibly immortal, and she's escaped this deadly trap. But the story doesn't quite end there. Ally discovers Bartlett's ultimate plan. It wasn't just about the $650 million deal or curing himself. He intended to create an exclusive, secret organization, the Methuselah Society.
Methuselah? Like the guy who lived for centuries in the Bible.
Precisely. A society dedicated to controlling access to the perfected beta procedure, the key to radical regeneration and extended life, ensuring it stays only within the hands of the global elite.
Wow. So not sharing the cure with the world, hoarding immortality.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which brings us right back to the core ethical nightmare. If this science is possible, if you can control aging and regeneration, who gets it?
Yeah. If scientists can really stop the clock, grant near immortality, what happens next? Is a Methuselah society inevitable? What responsibility do people like Allie, if she retains these abilities, have to everyone else?
That's the huge question hanging over everything, isn't it? When the prize is literally eternity, the line between progress and, well, tyranny gets incredibly blurry.
Definitely something to think about long after we finish this deep dive.
Yeah.
What lines would you cross for a chance at forever?